Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to episode 12 of my Minecraft Regrowth Modpack playthrough. So, I've been doing some more of the vampire quests, and I'll just show you this thing I had set up here. So for one of the quests, we need these sun grenades, and you have to do this by setting up a normal daylight sensor with sun collector, and these all have to be exposed to the sun. Obviously it's just gone night time, and so that's those two just finished, and that's the last two I need. So if I go into the quest book, that's those now detected, and we can claim that reward. So a few more villagers and a few more bits of blood. That's very useful. Let's see if I can find somewhere to put those. And the next part of the quest then. So it says here, leave sunlight in a small area, perfect for providing limited exposure to the sensitive cells. So 10 times. I guess the idea is we do this, and well, let's see how bad this is. Actually, if I look at the other book, let me see if it says anything in here. Where is the other book? Yes, Observations of an Immortal. There you are. Right. So put that into there. Yes, that's level 1. Transfix. So yeah, fully safe. First, that's first level. Second level. So each one of these bits tells you how to get to the next level and then what it does. So I've done that. Strength, 4th night. Yes, that's when you become fast. Sun. So collect sunlight and burn himself with it 10 times during the night. Well, it is night. Okay, so that's definitely done something, but it hasn't actually done a serious amount of damage, so I can do that 10 more times. Let's try that. I could do with some water here. Having lots of hearts is helpful. There we go. Sun grenades are going to be quite useful, because the sun grenades don't only affect vampires, they also affect zombies and skeletons. See, the good thing about this is it's not draining my blood. So that means that my regen is just continuing. You know what? For them. That's actually very useful, so I'll put those in there, and the spawners don't want to lose those. Just go through this. Um, hopefully this is enough. I don't know. Getting a bit low on health here. No. While I wait for my health to go back up, let's show you what I did for the Thaumcraft thing, if I can get my way over here. So, this is Thaumcraft 4. I don't know if you've seen this, but yeah. So, there's a certain selection of things you can scan with the thermometer, or thermometer. And if you do them in this order, some of these you actually have to make up. So you use the research. So we got snowball, torch, charcoal, bowl, glass, cinnabar ore, and then combine that here in order in a research table. The Natura cloud is very useful. That's the feather, but you can also use a feather, although if you did the feather you'd have to do it later because it also requires beastia. So that's somewhere around here actually, is it? Aquantera. Oh no, here, the egg, yeah. So you'd actually need to do the feather alongside the egg if you did it that way. But yeah, Aquantera, that gives you the Victus, and then milk, track, mushroom, amber-bearing stone, which is obviously from Thaumcraft, yeah, and then Perditu and Victus, which gives you, I think, Mortis, or Spiritus, I think, yeah, I know, Mortis, yeah, Perditu, Victus. Then the clock, great red log, ender pearl, ethereal essence. Any ethereal essence is fine as long as it's one you've already got. You can get these by destroying nodes or wisps, zombie heads, skeleton skulls, which might actually only be available if you've got Witchery installed. So you might need something else for that, possibly a bone. Gluttony shard only if you got forbidden magic. That's just for gluttony. And nether star. Then Perditu and Bricantio, which gives you potential, which gives you Motus, no. Perditu, Bricantio, what is that? Oh, that's taint. Perditu, Bricantio. Which is actually usually easy if you're not playing Regrowth, because there's lots of tainted biomes if you have them turned on, and you can get quite a lot of tainted stuff. So that's quite easy normally, but in Regrowth it's not, because there's no taint, or no tainted biomes, or any other biomes really. Normal paper, just for the cognitor, and then dye for any kind of dye for census. Lust shard, a bed, rotten flesh, envy shard. The bed's actually only for forbidden magic. Oh no, actually it's not. The bed is all three of these. So that's Panis, Fabrico, and Decidia, but Decidia is obviously only there if you have forbidden magic. Flint, gold for the hand, flint for the instrumentum, wheat, any kind of pickaxe, although in Regrowth you can only really make the iron one, so it has to be, you can't use Tinker's tools for this, so you have to be a vanilla pickaxe, or I guess one of the other mods maybe. Golden hoe again, can't be a tinker's tool, has to be a vanilla tool, so I happen to have a golden one from somewhere. An arrow, leather, and a creeper head, which I can't actually remember what the creeper head gives you. Oh, the last one. Wrath, which again is only forbidden magic anyway, so not necessary if you're doing that. But yeah, wrath, greed, sloth. So, the lust shard, actually you might have seen me move the thing. To get that, you just go in, all of the forbidden magic shards actually you get from the nether by just doing stuff. Let's do this last one, and while I do that, we'll go into research because that's the next bit I want to do. In fact, actually, what's this next quest? Oh. Thirst grows stronger, so yes, that's me leveled up. There we go. That's great. So, kill 20 blazes. And that should be quite easy. Especially, oh, I'm going to need to make some more clothing. I should have been paying attention to that. Oh dear, I've lost my hat. So I've got some fire resistance still, but need to extend the fire resistance, so I'll have to get another hat. Okay, I will do that off camera. Then you have the research, Thaumcraft research. So, if I go back, I've done a few of these quests so far for Thaumcraft. I'll just claim the reward for these, so very easy. The Thaumcraft books actually tells you how to do that. Niter, actually, I'm not sure where I got some niter, but I got some niter from somewhere. Anyway, but yeah, we've got more. This has opened up more Thaumcraft quests. So, gold banded what? That's not bad. Goggles of revealing, very useful. Now this is something not normal Thaumcraft. Redstone crystals. Oh, actually I have seen something about this. These are quite useful. I made an hourglass. I made an hourglass because I thought it would be useful for timing. Maybe it is, but maybe it only works with these crystals. So, I'm going to have to try and make that. Then, the arcane umbilic. So, I did make a cauldron here, and I'm going to need that because I need that for actually just making the thaumium ingots. And I need to get the research for the rest of this stuff. So let's just open this. Potion of decay, enter pearls, quite useful. So, do I have... got some paper, I've got scribing tools, so I can do some research now. First thing I want to research, two things, actually I've already researched these. Research expertise and research mastery, and yes, it's forbidden magic, but it's mostly harmless. And then there's research duplication. Don't know why I did that, but anyway. Deconstruction table I'm going to want. And then for the quest, I want artifice. So I'm going to want goggles of revealing. And the alchemy. Trying to find the other things. I've got a one foci research page already, so I can just use that. But paving stones, arcane stones I've already got. These are useful. Is it that one? I'm gonna have to get both of these to get that, I think. So we'll do that. That's the arcane alembic system for the other quest. So yeah. So things to be getting on with. Let's put these in here, and we'll research these later. Probably a few other things. What else have we got? Golemancy. I can purchase that, that's great. Obviously, first important thing, getting all the aspects. Second important thing, just scanning everything. So, yeah. Got Niter, that's scanned. Inventory scanning is really useful. Quartz spheres, yeah. Gold coins, so yeah. You can scan most things. Certain things like mana tablets, as I say, none of the Tinker's stuff works. The Witchery armor does, some of it does. But this, because it's just made of leather, that's scannable as well. The bow again, also scannable. And even these canisters, but the actual tools are not, because of the way that they're made. They're not, an actual ingredient that has aspects. I'm not even sure if that does. Oh yes, it does. Okay. But yeah, scanning everything, and then when you do that, you end up with tons of, research points for things. They're not so much Tempestus, because that really only comes from like a few things. So there's plenty of videos, I think, on Thaumcraft for research if you're unsure how to do that. So I think what I'll do is I'll see if I can get this. This is going to be the arcane altar. That's the other thing I wanted to do. So, because I've got an area set up there where I'm going to put the altar. So, let's see what else is in this quest book. The fact, actually, that this just has this quest makes me think that there's not one after it. So what I might do is I might kill these blazes, see what that gives me, if there's any further quests after that. And then I'll see if another fairest has been selected or found yet. I seem to have lost my owl, not sure where he's gone. It's night time, so that's useful. There's a few other little bits I want to do. So I'll do the research, we'll set up the alembic and stuff, and yeah, see where we go from there. Back in a bit. The other thing I've done is I've made these pipes here, and these go to some chests underneath some hoppers, which are underneath the chests outside my farm. So I don't need the food, obviously, but being a vampire now, I can't eat the food anyway. But I think if I do this, I should be able to harvest, and then, yeah, so it goes into here. Don't know why I'm getting icy needles there. Go further up, harvest, that should hit all of it. I'm hoping none of it catches the ones I want for my altar, although to be honest they've still got probably plenty of altar power. And then these are Buildcraft pipes, so we just flick the switch and things start moving. had to kind of use all the pipes I had really, so I've got a real mixture of gold for speed and other types. Is that all I got? I'm going to try this again, hang on. I'm sure there should be more there. I must have hit something I didn't want to. Let's see, if I go... I need to go a bit further, because if I'm this close, I might catch the grass around the altar. That doesn't seem to be doing anything. Okay, well, I'll have to check that later. This one's going alright. Oh, that's not that good actually. I wonder if the hopper is only working on one side of the chest. Anyway, flick that one. In fact, let's flick all of them. That'll get all the items moving. Some of it automatically goes in here to this chest. Other bits go into my storage drawer system. So that's that. So I'm going to finish up doing these. If I create this and the alembic, I get that as a reward, which is great. And jars, water jars, are really useful. So this is a good idea. Let's do this. How do we create this? Alchemy, here we go. So yeah, I've done the research now to get to this, so I just need to create the arcane stones. That's easy enough. Fortunately I have an iron wand, but I filled it up with this, and yeah, we've got all the research here. At least I think we have. I don't have a research of the essence tubes, but it's okay, I'm not going to need the alchemical construct yet. So where am I? No, alchemical furnace and the alembics. The alembics are a really important bit, because they go on. I can do distillation tubes, and got enough for that. Centrifuge is good, crystallization is good. Void jar, not too worried about it. I've already done the water jars, so that's useful. So I can create some of those, but if I get 16 anyway. Yeah. So I'm going to get this set up, and yeah, I shall be back in a moment. Okay, so yeah, I created the arcane furnace, so that's detected, and it also wants a water jar, so that's done as well. So and I just need to put the arcane furnace down. I'm going to need to make more of these. I've got enough for one more for the moment, but I think for now I'm going to have to figure out where to put these things. Stick that there. That goes on top, and that's ready to go. And then we just go into there. So for the moment we can do that. That's that created. I also researched the red crystal. The red crystal is it witching gadgets? No, that's some other stuff. Ooh, cloaks. I have to get to that later. Where is it? Catamancy? Nope. I forgot where I put it. Ah, Thaumaturgy. Here we go. Yes, red crystals. So, I think this is the right red crystal. It does look a little bit like it, I'm not sure. But we'll put it in a crucible. In fact, actually, so I need to put it in a crucible. I'm going to need another crucible, but that's okay. So I need to put in a crucible with crystal. That's what the other thing's for. Hang on. Go back to the alchemy. That's what that's for, the alchemical construct, isn't it? Great wood, blanks, fizz filters, and essential valves. Yes. Normal essence tubes, sense valves. Great. So, filtered, okay. More research required, but the that's essentials doesn't actually say anything about the alchemical construct. Maybe that's separate. I'm not sure where that is. The infusion altar. I will need to do that because I did see something that does want infusion altar. Yeah. I need to do the gold banded greatwood ones. So, lots more to do here. But I think actually what I can do is I can crystallize the viz if I can get a viz crystallizer. And that will allow me to split up the viz that I use, and therefore I won't get overflow from the cauldron and the crucible. So yes, I think I'll do that. In fact, I've put that on the fire and it doesn't actually need to go on the fire. But so I'll sort this out and I will be right back. Okay, so I have done a few quests now. I've gone up to the nether. In order to do some of these quests, to create this, I needed some more viz in my wand. The easiest way to get that when you can't get to nodes is to kill mobs, and I needed to kill blazes, so I now have created that, which means I've got some nodes, so that's good. I've also created this, so I can claim this, and this is the essential distillation. Sort of, then you can use the distilled essentia to make the something where you can actually create items as you would in a crucible, but without doing that. So that's, I'm going to get to that. Doesn't actually seem to be working just now, but I've got these part built, so I can claim that quest. Can do the rest of these. 4 arcane stone bricks and an arcane stone block, so I can do that. That's not a problem. Let's open up this one because I've done some of this as well. So killed 20 blazes, claim that. Apparently I have done a full. I've got a poppy and that. Oh right, so I'm going to have to actually do that ritual again. Yeah, hunger for more power, so I'm not sure, I'm hoping I don't have to kill her again. I'm going to leave that one, I haven't actually done that bit, it's just registering the previous full goblet I had, so... And then that gets you... Okay, so... This actually says you can either create 2 villages or visit Lilith. So I'm not sure which I might do. Actually I could do, because I don't know how far away they have to be. But I have got some more villagers, so I could make another village. And then I've got to capture them. Now, this actually could be the solution to another little problem. Let me show you this. Let's put those in there so I don't accidentally take them. Time of day is night time, so that's great. I accidentally drank too much from a villager. So if I go up here, I think the golem doesn't like me. Oh, actually he seems okay at the moment. In which case, that's great. But it means I've got to try and figure out what to do with this. And I've got 2 villagers sort of stuck down here. But anyway, so I've got 5 villagers. I need to drink from 5 villagers for that quest. I've got 5 villager eggs somewhere. I think I'll do that in another. If I create those cages it talks about. Game is lagging a little bit for some reason. But if I create the cages, and it's just planks and iron bars. Don't want to claim that again. I don't want to claim that because I haven't done the previous ones. But then I can create a blood crucible, and I can create some children. In fact, actually those 2 might be ideal for that. Since they're already underground. Have to build them something. So the other thing I did want to show you before I finish this episode is how I'm going to set up the altar, the infusion altar. So, having done the research, where is it? There's the infusion. So, arcane pedestals, I've got a lot of arcane pedestals already because of the treasures I've been doing. So I need to create the arcane stone bricks and some arcane stone blocks and then arcane pedestals. And so I'm going to put this together and then I will show how I do that. So, back in a bit. Okay, so that's the infusion altar setup. Important things to note, you need to have about this much space above it. So, sort of 3 by 3, and it goes, what's that, 1, 2, 3, 4 high. I was having trouble getting it actually activated because I had sort of most of the roof on still. So then we've got down here shimmering mushrooms from Britannia, which act as infusion stabilizers, and I've just laid these out in a symmetrical pattern. I'm hoping this is good enough. Mostly it's these ones in between that I think I only made 4 of each colour, so what I could do I think is maybe just make 4 more of each colour and then sort of put the purple ones somewhere else and replace blue ones and so on, so that it's more symmetrical all the way around rather than just 2 sides. The other thing I have to stabilise infusions is I've taken all the monster heads, zombie and creeper and skeleton, and I've put them down here again in a nice symmetrical pattern. A few gaps, so could do with a few more heads still, but this all should be enough to stabilise most infusions, or most of the early ones definitely. The other thing is if I press F7, see it's a bit dark now. Shimmering mushrooms did used to give off light, but at some point they changed it, and so I'm going to need to get some tallow candles I think, because they can also act as an infusion stabiliser. So I've got magic tallow, and just put those together to tallow candles. Colour them up if I want to, and I just spread those around, so maybe just 8 probably. 4 and then 4. Spread those around a bit, and I think this should be enough once that's all done, and perhaps some downstairs as well. And yeah, that should be all I need really. Yeah, so if I put one in each corner downstairs, that should be okay. So, oh, where'd you come from? Yeah, so as I said, dark spots. Oh, there's more over there. Hang on. There we go. Sort that out. Had to dig up some of the flowers from there. So, I've still got to try and figure out why this isn't working. Might need more viz power or something, but I'm going to have to look into that. But for today I think that's okay. Next episode I think I'm going to go through this Lust for Power quest and the siphoning, and yeah, find somewhere, maybe in another, to put down some villagers so I can feed on them. I still need to find a villager who's the fairest in the land, but that's going to be a slow process. I've still got to try and kill them every now and again without getting aggroed. But yeah. So for now I think that'll do us today. Thanks for watching, good night, and farewell.